At the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory, the tokamak finished its sequence without exploding. Lois ran to the tokamak and entered it and saw that the kryptonite was no longer green but clear. She found Clark unconscious on the ground and ran to him. She propped his head up and tried to wake him. Lois called to Clark multiple times. Clark finally came to and looked up into Lois's relieved face. Clark was surprised to see so much emotion on Lois's face. He teased her that he didn't realize she cared. Lois teased back they did all this to save him. It would be a real waste to kill him in the end. Clark smiled. Jonathan came and said to stop laying about. He was sure Brainiac had a plan B now that all the kryptonite in the world was gone. Clark stood up and turned to Lois. He asked if she could handle driving the truck back to Metropolis. Lois said, of course. Why? Clark said he needed to do a little research on Brainiac to find out exactly who he is and what he's up to. Clark went to the fortress to talk to Jor-El. Jor-El asked him if he was there to talk about Brainiac. Clark asked, who is Brainiac? Jor-El explained he was the brain interactive construct that he and Daxter built to save Krypton from General Zod. But Zod managed to corrupt Brainiac and used him to destroy Krypton. Clark told Jor-El that he had built a weapon powered by kryptonite to try to kill him, but he and his friends had destroyed it all. Jor-El asked him if these were new friends or old friends. Clark said they were definitely new. They didn't even know that he was Clark Luthor. They thought he was Clark Kent, which is why they were helping him in the first place. Jor-El said lying was not the answer to his problems. Clark told him he didn't start out lying. They all assumed he was Clark Kent because he had changed. He just never corrected them. Jor-El warned him that this lie could destroy all of the hard work he had done so far. Clark said he was aware of how damaging the truth will be. He will handle it, but he had to deal with Brainiac first. Jor-El told Clark Brainiac wouldn't have built a weapon just to kill you. Clark told Jor-El that Brainiac told him that there were other Kryptonians in Metropolis. He asked Jor-El if he knew who they were. Jor-El said it was possible that a band of Kryptonian military deserters were here on Earth. They deserted long before Krypton was destroyed and became space pirates. Clark asked why would Brainiac want to destroy them? Jor-El answered that Brainiac is loyal to General Zod and determined to bring him back. They not only deserted Zod, but they are powerful enough to defeat him. Clark said should he contact them to help him defeat Brainiac? Jor-El said he can't be sure that they will be friendly to anyone else from Krypton. Clark asked how could he defeat Brainiac? Jor-El said Clark may be able to use Brainiac's own weapon against him. Clark asked how can it be powered without kryptonite? Jor-El said it didn't need the kryptonite to defeat Brainiac, just the Kryptonian relic. Clark said he only had two. There were still two out there. Jor-El said he could use the two he had to find the others. Brainiac appeared to Tess Luthor as Malcolm Malone. Tess guessed that Malcolm wasn't successful in stopping Clark. Malcolm said it was just a temporary setback. There were other things he could use to defeat Clark Luthor. He just needed her help to access them. Tess said she wasn't sure that he was her Clark, and she didn't feel right hurting the other Clark. Malcolm told her that she needed to make a choice, one that could determine whether she lived or died, and to contact him once she made up her mind.